The buzz is building from the sports-crazed town of Boston. The Magic taking on the Celtics. For the Orlando Magic, they're desperate to find a solution to their problems as they've lost 6 out of their last 7 games. But a win here tonight could be just the answer they're looking for. Celtics Magic tip-off coming up next. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Derek White.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. The forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. Markelle Fultz out there with Gary Harris. And it's Wagner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1. You know what stands out, Clark, with both of these teams is their speed and their athleticism.
And because of those things, Kevin, it's going to be about limiting fast break opportunities. That'll be a key for both of these squads. Taking care of the ball, always a critical factor, and then being able to stay clear of those momentum-changing plays.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Tatum against Banchero. Porzingis with a screen on Banchero. Here's Tatum. And it's Wagner with the rebound. And finished off by Wagner.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz. They're excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Outside, White. And here's Brown outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Tatum gets the bucket.
You got to D up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Holiday against Fultz. Passes it to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Banchero passes to Fultz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got 6.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. In the corner, it's Harris. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Boston. White with it. Defended now by Wagner. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. And the pass to Holiday. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
Well, they've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now here's Brown. 17 points in his last outing. Down low. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here's Harris. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Gary Harris not bothered by intense, tough defense. He's dialed in.
Here's Holiday. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Tatum on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Tatum over to help. Passes it to Fultz. Wagner wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
Love how attentive Fultz is. When one of his teammates has a better look at the basket than him, he gets the ball to him.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Tatum passes to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 9.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Here are the Magic now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Now, here's Wagner. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. And Fultz gets it to go.
And, you know, Fultz doesn't shy away from these situations, which I like. I mean, when the shot clock is low, he's got the ability and confidence to find a way to get a shot off in time.
Holiday against Fultz. Brown outside. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Wagner. And he overshot that one, missing. Magic leading by 3. Fultz the pass to Harris. Holiday with the defensive effort. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And here's Brown. Still yet to score. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Brown. And there's the pass to Holiday. Count that one.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now Fultz. He's got 5. Banchero outside. Back to Fultz. Kicks to Banchero. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
No stopping Banchero that time. I mean, he just muscles his way through the foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Orlando.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Banchero, no good on the free throw. And more in the NBA, Greg, we're seeing teams face each other twice in a row just like this. Do the players like this kind of scheduling, you think?
Listen, players are in favor of anything that cuts down on travel, and this is one of the ways to do it. The league's doing a lot to make the season less of a grind.
Now Fultz, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Back to Harris. The 3. Nice D from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 3. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Fultz. White, wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Magic have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Passes to Wagner. Floats one. Count it. And the Magic lead by 5.
Wagner knows how to handle his business inside, mainly due to how much confidence he brings to the court.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Magic have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Banchero. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston. Here's Harris. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Pass to Brown. It's good. This game is all even.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Fultz against Holiday. Banchero, right side. Harris kicks to Wagner. Nice D from Porzingis. Boston's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Holiday finds White. Here's Tatum. He's defended by Wagner. Tatum's shot is off. Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Banchero. Back to Fultz. Lets the 3 fly. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And a new group in for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Delano Banton's checked in for Derek White. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. The Magic also changing it up. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. And Anthony subbed in for Harris. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Isaac.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
First one falls for him. Clark, in recent years, Orlando's been one of the league's bigger teams.
Well, you can see clearly, Kevin, that the front office prioritizes length. You don't ever have to really worry about them playing small ball.
He's off on the second.
And, you know, right now for me, it's all about confidence as it relates to Isaac. I mean, this guy has the tools to be special. I think he just needs to be more consistent.
Pritchard passes to Horford. No good on the 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Got that one up quick.
Well, I tell you what, the mid-range game of Isaac continues to get better, showing great strides in being a threat from here.
Celtics trail by 6. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Horford. From deep. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on Jonathan Isaac. Some people see the Orlando Magic as a team, Clark, with a very high ceiling. How about you?
Lots of potential there. No question about it, Kevin, and plenty of room for growth. The challenge is going to be corralling that and moving it in the right direction. You know, it could take longer than people expect or want it to, so you got to be patient in this situation.
Now here's Anthony. Still without a basket. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Clark, much like his pops, Cole Anthony has proven to be a skilled ball handler.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Perhaps it runs in the DNA, huh? He definitely has some strong instincts out there, and I know he got a little bit of that from you, Greg. And he does his part to help others find shots when he's not scoring himself.
The first free throw is good. You know, Greg, many in Boston question the wisdom of the Smart Porzingis trade. What'd you think of the move?
I mean, I think given age and injuries in their front court, the trade makes sense, right? Also, they got some draft capital, but the ultimate test of this trade will be in the playoffs. The ring is the thing.
Now, here's Brown. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, they're still young, but the Magic, Greg, are becoming one of those league pass teams. Like people want to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some players, leaving aside any rooting interest on my part, they've got some young fellas that are definitely intriguing to watch.
Well, you look at Horford, and he scores, rebounds, passes, and defends at a high level. That's why he's had the career he's had.
Anthony, no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 4. Brown wide open. He fired. Busted. No good that time either. The Magic shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Here's Pritchard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Fultz, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Banton's shot is off. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Outside Anthony. Wagner with a screen for Anthony to the paint. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Stephens, good. Stephens got the game tied up here for Boston.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Fultz. T right on him. The dish now to Anthony. Fultz with the ball. 8 points his last outing. High arcing shot. The shot by Anthony, no good. Well, the Celtics shooting just about an even 40% to start. That puts them in the lead. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates, a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fultz, the pass to Wagner. Fultz kicks to Isaac. To end the run. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 6 assists now in the game.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Tatum out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Banchero inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pritchard passes to Stevens. Horford with a screen on Anthony. Here's Steffens. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Banton's shot is off. Banton's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics are playing with a high level of motivation. All-star Jason Tatum says what we talk about before the game, halftime, is win by any cost, by any means. Figure it out, win the game, and build great habits along the way. Kevin?
Still room to grow. David, thanks. Now Anthony, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Out to Carter. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, when Carter Jr. is hitting this, it opens up everything else. Love seeing him get going from there.
And here's Tatum for 3. Boston, no good that time either.
A bunch of threes for him in this first quarter. A bunch of threes for him in the first quarter, but he's made 0 here in the second period.
And players and coaches want a consistent whistle, Clark. Isn't that harder, though, when minor contact can be called a foul?
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but I do think the officials do a great job. At the NBA level, there's more latitude for physical contact. These are the best players in the world. They're also the most athletic and the strongest players in the world. So giving them room, and I think the officials do a great job of officiating the game the way it should be. And I understand the cry about consistency, but remember now, the officials, much like the players, coaches, and broadcasters, they too are human.
In the 2016 and 17 drafts, GA, Boston ended up with the 3rd pick overall both of those years.
And they nailed those picks, getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum back-to-back, setting up their franchise for years.
And both free throws good for Isaac. Celtics trail by 5. Pritchard passes to Stevens. The pass to Tatum for the 3. Tatum with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Anthony. His last outing, he had 8 points. One-on-one here. Here's Banton. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Now here's Anthony. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Passes it to Banchero. Suggs in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. Suggs has got his first 3 points of the game.
They are heating up, percolating here in the second quarter, letting it fly from distance.
The Celtics have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Out to the wing. Here's Stephens. He's covered by Banchero. Magic leading by 6. Here's Suggs. Carter outside from past the arc. Horford with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Stephens. He's covered by Banchero. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And here is Anthony. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And the shot goes down.
Gutsy play that time from Banchero inside against pretty physical defense, too.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. And Tatum launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Zinkis, he's checked in for the Celtics. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. Harris is checked in for Orlando. Markelle Fultz comes in for Suggs. Carter for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Magic leading by 5. To the inside, and stolen by Tatum. Inside, here's Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, it's so hard to stop Horford when he's that physical down low. Most defenders have a tough time dealing with him.
Now, here's Fultz. He's got 8. Banchero kicks to Anthony. Oh, good on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Horford. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Banchero. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Defense wasn't quite ready for that Banchero move. Got them all flustered and flummoxed with that pump fake.
First free throw is good. Greg, here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passing it, and endless potential offensively.
Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Banchero.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Magic leading by 3. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Part of the job description as a guard. But Anthony relishes the chance to get his teammates good looks.
White against Anthony. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Over to the left wing. Horford, good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here he goes. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. White, left side. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. There's the triple. And it's White missing. Orlando's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. And he lays it straight in. Banchero's got 8 points.
Solid move by Banchero, working through the contact.
Celtics trail by 4. Brown deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Wagner. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Brown's got his second bucket. Here are the Magic now. Anthony right side. Here's Fultz. Misses the three. Boston shooting 43% for the game. Holiday finds White. Porzingis with a screen on Anthony. Out to Porzingis. This one for 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Orlando making some changes. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. And it's Franz Wagner in for Anthony. Here's Fultz. He's got 8. On the wing, Harris takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 5.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Celtics. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Magic. They have a lot of ground to make up. "13 feet away." And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Fultz. 8 points for him. Wagner from long range. And it's White with the rebound. Boston trailing. He dishes it to Brown from outside the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game. Holiday against Fultz. Isaac outside. Traps in the tray. Now it's a 5-point Orlando lead.
Well, we've seen Isaac's confidence grow with every day he spends in the league, and I think he's sky high right now in confidence, and as a result, he's unstoppable.
Boston shooting just 39% in their second quarter. The baseline J. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. Pass to Brown. To the paint. The wide open look here for Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Porzingis has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics. White against Harris. Now the pass to Wagner. Harris outside. Back to Wagner. Clock at 6. Going inside. Makes it off the glass. Wagner's got 6 points.
Wagner saw the opening and took off, slashing with the best of them.
Now Brown. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Porzingis with a screen on Wagner. Here's Brown. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Isaac. Wagner left side. Wagner passes to Wagner. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Celtics trail by 7. We've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Holiday against Fultz. And stolen by Wagner. And here's Harris from the arc. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And Orlando making a change here. Banchero's checked in. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 6. Outside, Horford. He kicks it to Holiday. Over in the corner, White. Boston, no good that time either. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Harris passes to Fultz. Over Holiday. And the shot goes in from Fultz. Fultz has got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
And, you know, even when you D him up, Fultz still powers through that defense, especially when he's this close to the rim.
Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Off target from outside.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Yes, that goes in.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Passes it to Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Holiday's got 6. And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You take a look at Orlando. They knew it was going to be a tough year, and I got to say it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they're learning something out there, challenging times for the franchise.
All right, now it's time to talk about our featured game tonight. Not a great turnout so far for the Boston Celtics.
Well, the obvious problem is the perimeter defense, and it's not all their fault. Sometimes a team just gets hot, but at the same time, at some point, you have to force shooters to put the ball on the floor and beat you some other way.
It's a conundrum. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And it's the Magic with the ball. And so in the game for the Magic, we'll see both the Wagners out there. Frimes at 3 and Mo on the block. Harris is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Banchero in at the 4 spot. Doesn't go for him. Celtics trail by 7. And Porzingis had a lot of suitors, GA, over the summer. Eventually, the Celtics made the move for him.
Porzingis rehabbed his game and value in D.C. With the Wizards rebuilding, he was a prime trade target. Boston went for him early, and he could be a difference maker for the Celtics.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, back in grade school, when Jason Tatum told folks his NBA goals, they'd often suggest a backup plan. And he said, I always would tell them, I don't have one. I'm going to make this work regardless. Nothing else matters. Kevin?
Oh, I like that. It's worked out, David. Thanks so much. This is his first free throw of the game.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. No doubt, Craig, Jason Tatum is an all-NBA player, and this guy continues to improve.
And JT's scoring average increasing in each of his first 5 seasons. I just love how he gets to the line more, being more aggressive. Tatum was the guy on a finals team at just 24 years old.
In the corner, it's Harris. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Back to Holiday. Cranes the three-pointer. Holiday's got 9.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now, here's Wagner. 8 points for him. Stolen by Holiday. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Holiday against Fultz. Inside. Porzingis with the steal. Goes up. And Holiday throws it down.
Well, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
Orlando trailing here. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Banchero. Dishes it to Fultz. Kicks it out to Banchero. Another miss by Orlando.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That'll be his second foul of the game. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Outside Holiday.
And Fultz is serious about his defense now. Always doing his best to get right into the grill of whoever he's guarding.
And finished off by Wagner.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 11. Porzingis passes to Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Tatum. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. How about 36 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists? It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And stolen by White. And another fast break chance here for the Celtics. Here we go. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Fultz the pass to Wagner. Pass to Wagner. Tries from 16, and he knocks down the jumper. Wagner's got 8 points.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And so it's Boston with it after the Magic pick up 2. Tatum no good. Harris looking it over, and Wagner has it in the corner. Out to the right wing. Banchero inside. Tatum on him. And it's Banchero missing.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Holiday finds Brown. Off target with his 3.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
To the inside. It's stolen by Brown. One-on-one here. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Boy, that is some kind of heads-up basketball from Holiday. He does not sleep on the wide-open man and found him perfect.
Fultz the pass to Wagner. Wagner with a screen for Wagner. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's the 3. Tatum's shot is off. The Magic trail by 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
Hey, I tell you what, I like the fact that Markelle Fultz is not afraid of contact. He doesn't mind getting roughed up. When he's going up with his shot, he plays through that contact nicely.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And, you know, when Fultz is healthy now, he's a valuable part of this rotation. We've seen him make big strides lately.
Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-6 run. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. A moment here now to see the numbers for Gary Harris.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. 6-point game. Banchero, a screen on Holiday. Fultz finds Banchero. Here's Wagner. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fultz against Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 11. Over in the corner, Banchero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Banchero's got 11.
Banchero answering. I'm here, he says, firing right back from deep.
Boston leading by 6. Holiday, the pass to Brown. Tatum with it. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Orlando, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Fultz, the pass to Harris. Back to Fultz. And Wagner has it in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Celtics.
You want to see what the difference is? Look at their points off turnovers. They've punished mistakes all game long.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Now here's Brown. Outside Tatum. Offline with his 3. The Magic trail by 10. Wagner outside. Some solid defense from Brown. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. 3rd spot, the Celtics.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
So, Clark, looking back at the 2021 draft, Franz Wagner, the 8th overall pick.
And, you know, he very well might turn out to be the best of the bunch, Kevin. He's 6'9", really can shoot it. But I think his activity and playmaking, perhaps his best attributes. Creates for others as a 6'9" wing guy, and that's valuable for any team.
Now here's Fultz after Jaylen Brown's miss. Fultz looking around. Wagner from long range. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston leading by 10. Brown dishes to Tatum. Outside, Porzingis shoots over Wagner. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. Porzingis has got 10.
At this distance, Kristaps Porzingis is more than comfortable. I mean, he's got such a nice high release and a really soft, beautiful touch.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Delano Banton's checked in for Porzingis. Now here is Harris. He has 5. Wagner wide open. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Aggressive move that time by Holiday. He's the engine that makes this offense churn.
And it's the Magic with the ball. They trail by 14. And there's the pass to Carter. Low block shot on the way. It's good.
Simply overpowers defenders when met with contact. Wendell Carter Jr. is tough as they come.
And, you know, after a difficult start to his career, Wendell Carter Jr. has come into his own.
You know, some of that, I think, was due to health, Greg, but fit is so important. Fit and alignment. I think he got an increased role after leaving Chicago and proved to be an impactful player on both ends with that additional playing time. You know, Wendell Carter Jr. really epitomizes the modern big man. He can stretch the floor and do work on the glass, giving you high utility on both ends.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Oh, Tatum in position, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
Just 5 to shoot. Brown inside the line. Good on the jump shot. Brown's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Carter. Harris outside. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fultz. No good with the triple. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
First in opponent field goal percentage, and they also show up in terms of defense. Top 5 in blocks, and that really just means their guys are getting after it and providing some great help defense.
And the defense you brought up, holding opponents to the lowest shooting percentage in the league, we can't even begin to describe how hard they are to break down. And it's Harris off the drive, and it's blocked, and they recover it. Here's Wagner. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
The Magic trail by 16. Fultz with the ball. He's got 11. Kicks it to Harris. And Wagner has it in the corner. Isaac outside. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown finds Holiday. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. For 3, Harris. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And, guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Tatum against Banchero. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Tatum. The Magic trail by 17. Pass to Suggs. Down low to end the cold streak. He lays it in. Suggs has got 5.
And for a big man, Banchero does a lot well, especially moving without the ball. He's got excellent court awareness.
Brown the pass to Banton. Over Suggs. Here's Cornette, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Tatum. He's out there with Horford. And it's Banton in at the 2 guard. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. 17-point game. Banchero outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Banchero will score it in a multitude of ways. Nice jumper in rhythm there.
Boston shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Pritchard, covered by Anthony. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. Here's Pritchard, covered by Anthony. Pritchard passes to Stevens. Shot clock at 5. Here's Banton. Sinks the triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's Suggs. Count that one.
At 6'5", Suggs has really good size for his position, and he knows how to use it when he's inside the painted area, too.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pritchard, covered by Anthony. Pritchard passes to Stevens. Over Ingles. Steffens can't get it to go. Back to Ingles. The dish to Anthony. Suggs in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
The 3 from Tatum. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Anthony driving the lane. And Horford pulls it down. Boston leading by 15. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Drew Holiday is checked in for the Celtics. Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Here's Holiday. There's the pass to Stevens. 4 on the shot clock. The 3 from Tatum. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Name a move. Tatum's got it. A high IQ offensive player.
Good on the second free throw.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And Ingles off the drop. He gets it in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Celtics leading by 15. Outside Holiday. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
And when we talk about the league's elite defenders, Drew Holiday is certainly up there.
Yeah, that's for sure, Greg. I mean, I think it's a lot to do with how much pride he takes in playing defense. I mean, he's locked into shutting down whoever he's defending. He looks at it as a challenge, and I really appreciate and respect his hard-nosed approach.
Now here's Anthony. Wagner has screen on Horford. Passes it to Suggs. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in this game. Puts it up from 12. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got 11 rebounds in the game. Anthony kicks to Wagner. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Banchero against Tatum. And the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Anthony, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And Anthony has no off switch, which I like. He's adept at attacking defenses and drawing fouls.
And he can't hit the second. And with the new CBA, Greg, free agent conversations can start basically the day the NBA Finals conclude. Did you like that move?
I think it's good to have rules that teams will actually follow. In the past, it was July 1st, and let's be honest, teams were talking to players well before that.
Now here's Anthony. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Count it.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Celtics leading by 12. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Banton. He kicks it to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And that one misses.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
For the Magic. Franz Wagner's checked in for Joe Ingles. Harris comes in for Suggs. And it's Fultz in for Anthony. Now here's Fultz. Banchero outside. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Now here's Horford. Outside Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got 40 points.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Wagner, a sneaky athlete, maybe better than some people give him credit for. Showing you explosion right there.
Celtics leading by 14. Outside Tatum. And a miss there on the triple. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Harris finds Wagner. Banchero against Tatum. Out to Harris. Fires the three. Good on the triple.
One triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Boston making a switch here. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Now here is Holiday. 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. Banton's shot is off. The Magic trail by 11. And it's Harris off the drive and slam dunk by Harris.
Gary Harris says, I got more than just a three-point shot, folks. Excellent at getting into the lane by penetration.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
And here's Fultz. Kicks it to Banchero. Wagner, a screen on Tatum. Banchero passes to Harris. Here's Wagner. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Now Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 7th assist in the game.
Defenses struggle with Porzingis in the paint. I mean, he's able to shoot right over most defenders.
Now here's Fultz. Wagner passes to Banchero. Three-pointer. And it's Franz Wagner with the three. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
The Celtics shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. The 15-footer, and good that time. Tatum's got 44.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Fultz, the pass to Banchero. Harris outside. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Now, here's Brown. Back to Tatum. And it's denied.
That's the reek that makes Banchero such a hard defender to go up against. Hard to get over him.
Wagner passes to Harris. Count it. Good.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Holiday. The pass to Tatum. A baseline J. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
No substitute for hustle and hard work, and Porzingis getting the bucket because he put both into effect there.
The Magic trail by 12. Now Wagner feeds it to Harris. Back to Wagner. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
He has this in him now. Wagner can be a volume scorer when he's a focal point of the offense.
Celtics leading by 10. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Celtics making a change here. White's checked in. Here's White. Outside Holiday. Celtics passing it around. It's stolen by Banchero. Harris kicks to Wagner. Banchero right side. Holiday against Fultz. Wagner outside. Passes it to Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over White. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They led by as many as 18 points. They get the rebound. Tatum. Out to Porzingis. He dishes it to Holiday. They shoot again. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Fultz. The shot, no good. Holiday with the defensive effort. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And that one falls for Tatum. He's perfect from the line this time. So, Clark, we know you're very familiar with the college game. How do you think the one-and-done rule has worked out so far?
You know, not as it was intended to, Kevin. I mean, in some ways, the chance to see guys like Durant and others play in college for a year was better than not having them there. But I think it's also created this expectation that if you're not a one-and-done, that you somehow failed, and that's detrimental to the psyche of young players.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now here's Fultz. Wagner from long range. Some solid defense from Brown. Pass to Holiday. Fires from deep. Orlando grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the paint. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Tatum with it. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And so Tatum nails them both. It's intercepted. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
You know, Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. You know, we were too tense. We weren't having any fun. You know, we started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile, you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Jason Tatum.